Hey, what's up guys? I am Hunter SC, and I wanted to put this D3 video together to discuss Magic Find because it's changed a lot since Diablo 2, and I don't think that everyone really understands how exactly Magic Find works. And when it comes to end game play, Magic Find is, bar none, the most important stat in the game. Whether you are, wanting to be really competitive and do the PvP arena, or if you're just a more casual player and you're going to do the solo PvE or co-op or anything like that, Magic Find is going to play a very important role for finding sweet gear and building a powerful character. So, just as an example, we're going to look at my Magic Find. I've got 81% Magic Find. That 81 is made up from, all the different equipment that I'm wearing. 81 is pretty good MF for the beta. The highest you can get is maybe 110 or 120. Now, Magic Find percentage does not increase the amount of loot that is dropped. It increases the quality of loot that was dropped. For example, I just killed off this mob of skeletons and a regular hide belt was dropped from one of them. Now this hide belt was going to drop no matter what. This is determined first, the game engine decides, okay, skeleton number 4 is going to drop a hide belt, and then it takes a look at your Magic Find percentage, and that determines the likelihood that this hide belt will actually be magical instead of just the regular one that I found, or rare, or after retail launch, set and legendary. So I think it's pretty obvious why focusing on Magic Find and always having a decent amount of Magic Find equipped is very important when playing through the game, especially during boss kills or killing champion monsters or even rare monster mobs as well. All of those have very high monster levels, and with a high monster level you can actually find a much larger range of items, which is why I'm continually farming this same zone in the beta. A lot of players are actually doing this. This mob of skeletons that spawns right before King Leoric, the returned undead skeletons here, as far as I know, they're more commonly found in later parts of Act 1 or even Act 2, and because of that they have a higher monster level and they can drop items that wouldn't normally be dropped. Like, I found this double axe a little while ago. As far as I know, those are the only monsters in the beta that can drop a double axe. Same thing goes for amulets, and amulets are actually what a lot of people are building up a bunch of Blizz bucks on their Battle.net account on the quote-unquote real money auction house because they're farming amulets and selling them. This is the only mob that can drop amulets because they have that high monster level. And being conscious of monster level is good as well. Just when adventuring through the game, you're going to encounter certain zones have random events, and one of which I'm referring to in the beta is in the Weeping Hollow. There's a chance that the Den of the Fallen will spawn in the Weeping Hollow. Whenever you find a subzone, all the monsters in that subzone are going to have a higher monster level than the monsters on the surface. So it's often a good idea to clear out that subzone and collect loot that is, potentially much higher level than what you've been gathering regularly. There's also often rare monsters down there and champions as well. The champions are the ones that are highlighted in yellow, and so those monsters actually have an even higher chance of dropping really good gear for you. So, I mean, monster level is something you're going to be a little less conscious of because, as you progress through the game, monster level is obviously going to increase and more and better items are going to drop. But it's still an important sort of piece to just keep in mind. But most importantly, focus on Magic Find. I really like the changes that Blizzard has made to Magic Find in Diablo 3. You can now have Magic Find on your sort of everyday gear. In Diablo 2, players would switch up all their items pretty much when they were doing Magic Find runs, killing meth 100 times or whatever, compared to when they're just playing the game normally or with buddies or doing PvP or whatever. There's going to be a lot more overlap in D3, which just it feels better and it makes more sense. One final note that I'll add about Magic Find is the role that it plays in co-op, because there's actually a lot of drama about this, how you can have a party of 4 players and one player might have 100% Magic Find or whatever. I'm just throwing out a random number there. They're going to have a really high Magic Find score, and the other 3 players in the party may you know, choose not to prioritize Magic Find because they want to deal more damage. Well, all of a sudden you've got one player that's leeching off the rest of the party, because even if, and this is how it differs from Diablo 2, even if other party members kill off monsters, if they get the final hit, your Magic Find score is still applied to the kill. And of course in Diablo 3, loot is personal, and you know, no one else can see what items drop for you, so you benefit a lot from just sitting back and playing more casual and keeping a high Magic Find score and kind of leeching off the other party members that maybe don't have as much Magic Find, and thus they're doing more damage. So there's a lot of drama sort of around that, and is that a good idea, or should Blizzard maybe average out Magic Find and have it applied towards more members of the party? I mean, that's up to debate, but certainly something important to keep in mind, how it can be a little bit unfair during co-op play to have a whole bunch of Magic Find and let the rest of your party members deal most of the damage. So now that I think you guys have a better sense of how exactly Magic Find works, and of course the importance of it way into the late game, I think that we're just gonna cut off this video here. I hope you guys learned a thing or two. I do want to put up videos like this from time to time. I mean, these videos don't take, they don't need to be long, they don't require a huge amount of explanation, but they are important concepts all the same. So I'm glad that we could go over that, and until next time, I'm Hunter SC. Thanks for watching. Peace out.